Hey YouTube, coming at you with the Great League team from Great League Remix team from Bobby Chillin, who wrote I have recorded two sets for you where I went 9-1 and climbed from 2050 to 2163. I played three more sets, 2-3, 4-1, 2-3 off screen, and ended up at 2183 with a high CLO reach being 2200. I thought about swapping out Pangoro after day one of the remix, but the fast pacing is really nice being able to reach Night Slash in 8 turns and close combat in 10. Thank you, big fan of the channel. Keep up the good work. Yeah, so I think overall like it makes sense. You have Pangoro, which is very, very glossy, but you have two very bulky Pokemon in DIGGERSBY and toxapex. And toxapex in itself will deal with like the fairy weakness that you're going to be weak to. DIGGERSBY is a safe swap. Not bad. Like I don't think there's a ton of like Jumpluff and Talonflame or bans. I don't think there's like a ton of flyers you need to worry about too much with DIGGERSBY. So let's take a look at the battles. Good lead here. Primeape. They can only go not Night Slash, Rage Fist. And it's gonna take. You probably don't need to shield up till the third one. I would let the first two go. I would also let another one go, but just gonna go Brine here. Won't take out. It's such a bad move, but will chip that you can poison jab down. They do decide to shield. Honestly, at this point, I think I let this go and then I shield up the next one and just commit to the farm down and then match shields in the one and then take switch with energy. So decision time here. That's exactly what you decide to do. Shield up the third one. Worry that you might not get to it. You might actually not get to the Brine before they get to another move here. But they decide to let it go. It is a Marowak, which is kind of interesting. I guess it has Bone Club, but not going to outpace you. So you're going to get a move off here and then be able to align with DIGGERSBY. Where are you going to align here? DIGGERSBY makes sense because Shadow Bone is also resisted. It's resisted on Pangoro too, but you have Scorching Sands would be super effective. Night Slash is also super effective, but I think the Fire Spin's Bone Clubs would add up a lot faster on Pangoro than they would on DIGGERSBY. So there's the first Bone Club. Here comes another one, but yeah, you know, right? DIGGERSBY is very bulky, so going to get this off here. Dunsparce, oof, this game's over. So I would, yeah. I was gonna say I would let the first one go and get energy, but they just top left because yeah, it's over. Ooh, this is rough. And make I guess Shadow Ball catch on Pangoro. Still gonna chip though because that's Pangoro, and now these poison those are neutral, and just get hit with a pitch. Oh yeah, you got to get that close combat off. So mistake there. That close combat definitely should have gotten off first. Letting them get to move first. I don't know about this either. I mean, if it's a Brave Bird and you can brine it, sure. But if it's a Feather Dance and lowers your attack times 2, I don't like this either. And timing is off there. Oh, this is a rough one. Yeah, I don't like a lot about what's happening in this matchup. Timing's off. I still don't like the catch. I don't like taking out, lowering your defense there. Sorry, lowering your attack times 2. And your attack is 2 times lowered here, so even super effective here is not going to do much. I would swap. Yeah, try to keep that alive in case this thing like does Rock Tomb you or Scorching Sand you and lowers your attack. Gonna shield up. Could be Ice Beam. It's just a resisted Rock Tomb, but we know a lot of people go for that. Do have Fire Punch for Froslass, and now you have to shield up Froslass here. Because I would be more worried about this than I would be anything else. Oh, it's a boosted. That sucks. If it was Avalanche, it would have been a good shield. Triple Axle, that's kind of tough because now they're boosted even more. Fire Punch is going to be super effective, but I don't think it's non-stab. Fire Punch, I don't think it's going to be enough here. And they're going to get a boosted Triple Axle off here. Oh, nice catch. Really heads up. One and catch. Nice catch. Boosted Triple Axle. Now you got to watch the catch on their end here. They do not try and catch, or maybe you had like a little delay, but it's tough to see at 1.5 speed. Get the move up there. But Clado still should take you out. Yeah, let's say. All for naught. Yeah, I think you made way too many mistakes on that matchup to have a chance there. Okay, Scrafty, great lead. So they're going to get out into something. I mean, it could have Thunder Punch, but even if it does, yeah, okay, they eventually get out into Hypno. Eventually getting into Pangoro here. Night Slash is super effective. You know, Oh, they've shielded up the first Night Slash just for you to get the boost. So going to match shields. Not that you even need to match the first one, but letting the next move go. I think you can live a move here, but opting to double shield. And again, this is a... When you have a boosted Night Slash already, this one pretty much should take out here now. You should be throwing that before to grab a shield. Because now, I mean, they do actually let that go, but nice catch on the Scrafty. But you should not having to be burn that second shield before you force pressure on their shield. And now. Power Punch. Close combat. My man. You got to be aware of your energy situation here. That's 2 times you had close combat. Or at least, yeah, 2 times that you had your like, nuke of the move on the Pokemon that you just went down on. Because you were not aware of the move, the energy. I don't think Brian takes out from this range. I think probably Sludge Wave is what you needed to go here. So going now for the second Brine, because to take this out, instant swap into Diggersby here, please. And lucky for you, it is a Soul Rock in the back, weak to ground. What's move? Rock move? Yeah, Rock Slide, that's resisted. Getting to the Scorching Sand, super effective here. We'll take out, remember when Soul Rock was everywhere for like 20 seconds? I talked about this in the battle part with Daxi in my video coming Wednesday about Gallade. I don't talk about it. I just kind of mentioned, like, do you remember when Gallade was meta for 20 seconds? Do you remember when Soul Rock was meta for 20 seconds? And then out it goes. Skeldurge. I would say good lead, and overall it is a good lead. They do eventually try and catch on Swalot, just get hit with the Diggersby here. You know, the only thing with Swalot is it actually does not... It has Sludge, and I'd be surprised if they throw Sludge here. They also have Ice Beam and Scorching Sands. Does it have Scorching Sands? It's got Sludge for sure as one of the charge moves. Ice Beam. I forget what else it has. But the fast move is Sand Attack too. So even though it's a poison, does have... Yeah, so a bait of a Sludge there. That's unfortunate. Does have a lot of options to kind of deal with ground Pokemon. They commit to the double shield, and now they're going to get to a move. How badly do you want to keep Switch here? I don't think that badly, right? Yeah. And they snipe with Furret, which is almost better. Now, what are we going to do here? Because Swift is going to chip you. So if you go Night Slash, you're going to have to shield, because one Night Slash won't take out. So you have to kind of go close combat. No. See, I personally, I would have gone close combat, get this out of here, and then swapped into Toxapex, because now you got to burn the shield. I think Skeldurge has some energy too. You may win CMP on that one. Now you're going to have to kind of throw blind. Swalot comes in, so throwing the resisted close combat just to try and take this out. But that has a lot of health left, so now we have to go for the Night Slash. And instant swap here. Farm down. You have a Brine. And now we're back into this sort of neutral-ish matchup. And you'll get to 2 Brines here. How much does a super effective Brine do to a... That's not ideal. Fast timing. It's 2 poison jabs for fast move timing here. Oh yeah, that's way over 50%. Okay. Way over 50%. So able to take that out. No problem with 2 Brines. Furret, yeah, kind of evenish. You can kind of just play this out. First Trailblaze comes through. Are we going to Sludge Wave? We're going to bait here. I don't mind. This is the one I don't mind, because I feel like they're just going to shield and ramp up here. So you do grab it. Let's see if you shield and try and grab that second shield. No, we're going to let it go. It is Brick Break. What are they doing? Claydol comes in to try and snipe. Yeah, you don't have a lot of amazing answers for Claydol, eh? They're weak to ground on Toxapex, and counters Karate Chop / close combat are resisted. So gonna have to just come Diggersby as your best answer to Claydol here. Scorching Sands will chip. Not a ton though. Claydol does have some bulk to it. Getting off the Scorching Sands second time still won't take out. Let's see how much it's left with. Can we get to Fire Punch? We're going to shield. What are we going to do here? Pangoro can just maybe outpace. Nope, going to shield. Not want to take the Ice Beam. Fire Punch is enough. I probably would not. Yeah. I mean, you got to be aware of how much. Like, if they're in the red, you got to just take them out with the quick move. That's a lot of energy to dump there. Now I'm just going Fire Punch on Furret, worried that they're going to get to another move or just take you down before you get to a Scorching Sands. They do shield that. You get to another move? No, but they did throw energy. So at this point, you just let this go. So you know Brick Break is coming, and it is super effective, but it also lowers your defense, and I think you need to shield the second one up, unless you're just going to take this out before the second one comes. Okay. What's left? Tink, close combat back to back here? Yeah. Close combat back to back. And we'll take out here. I wonder if I need to... Primeape. Okay, play this out. So what I was just thinking when you're like, what do you... oh, this is a weird matchup too. Why did you come in here? You should have come in Pangoro, where Astonish would have been resisted as well, but at least you had super effective Night Slash as opposed to non-stab Fire Punches where they're going to get to Icy Winds here. I mean, the Astonish is double resisted, and maybe you outpace here, but it's going to be kind of tough to take this out. Oh, yeah, you're in trouble. My microphone. So, I know the quality is generally good. The volume. So I did a video with Daxi, and that's coming Wednesday. But I had to edit it because his volume, and first of all, just don't get me wrong, I'm just more of a monotone quiet talker, and he is more sort of upbeat talker, so that just for starters is different. But I had to like go through the hour and a half video and up my volume and lower his so that we have basically our volumes at like the same level. And so I'm wondering if like I need to like set my base volume higher with this mic. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. If you've had problems with the audio, or it's just like you're just got a monotone voice anyways, that it's fine. You can just kind of keep going with this volume. Pangoro coming in. Probably need to shield up anything though. Especially close combat. What's in the back? Oh yeah, Primeape. So gonna close combat and hopefully we can get out. Switch timer still looks like we're locked in here. Ooh, goodbye. They do not shield the first move. Steelix. But if it's a Thunderfang, it'd be tough. And you have two answers, so I'd probably get out. It is a Thunder. Yeah, you gotta get out, man. You have Pangoro, which beats this. You have Diggersby, which beats this. You're taking super effective Thunderfangs. You got two super effective Psychic Fangs. Yeah, they're going to have an answer for you. That's fine. You got to try and see if you can play this mid-game out, grab a shield. It'd be probably tough to flip switch on this matchup, but there you go. You got a shield. Found your win con. Okay. I don't like shielding that one when you're just going to lose anyways. I think you just take that shield advantage, come toxapex, get a ton of energy, maybe get one brine off on the Steelix, and then run two shield Pangoro. I mean, it looks like the same thing's going to happen in the one shield. You could have ran a 2v1 shield advantage with a similar outcome here, but Orangaroo. Interesting. So chip and then immediately get out. But right, this is it was an easy two shield play out here. Assuming just Psychic Fangs are crunchy, just let this go. Ah, that sucks. Breaking Swipe. So yeah, have two moves here. Don't mess around. Get this out of here. back-to-back close combats. This will take out. Now your D is probably like in the ground here, so one confusion probably does take out here, or maybe two. Oh, two. But Night Slash, the speed of this thing coming out here. Goodbye, Oranguru. Toxapex into Chandelure. Holy smokes. Spicy. Incinerate, poison, resisted. You have water. What is their next move? I'm guessing some sort of like ghost move. Shadow Ball, Poltergeist, Flame Charge. Flame Charge. Okay. Flame Charge into a Toxapex. Getting the brine off, grabbing a shield. You know, gonna shield this one up. It is a second Flame Charge. Getting to the brine. This will take out or grab the second shield. Does take out Chandelure's very glassy Shadow Vic with, I think, Magical Leaf fast move. So getting to the brine. You do not have a good answer here. Coming Diggersby. Yeah, I guess Diggersby has Fire Punch, but Grass is super effective here, so this is going to hurt. Yeah, opting to shield. Oh, shields up an Acid Spray. They get out into Primarina. Waterfall Primarina. Getting to the first Scorching Sands. Not enough to take out. Get to the Fire Punch. Good chip. And then you just come Toxapex to eat the charge move. Or you, yeah, okay. Come Toxapex. They have to throw blind. They have no choice. So they have to throw a blind. So you definitely take it on this. Karate Chop down. Night Slash should be enough to a Shadow Vic from this range, because Pangoro is so attack heavy, and Vic is not very defensive. Charjabug, terrible lead. What are we doing here? I mean, you'll live a discharge because you're bulky enough. Okay. Yeah, you do have discharge as an option, Charjabug. They come in Quagsire after you swap into Diggersby. Aqua Tail from a Shadow, 50% or just under probably. Yeah, just under. Aqua Tail is not like a super hard hitting move, even with Stab and Shadow here. So getting off that Scorching Sands, you may even live another one here, because the Mud Shots are not adding up, but opting to shield on Aqua Tail, hoping maybe for a lowering of attack here. I think you probably would have lived that. But tried to snipe. Were they ready for that? Nope, they were not. And for the third time in these matchups, going down with energy. Yeah. You can't go down with energy that much and shielding here. Okay. Why are you not running with Pangoro with one shield? And lucky for you, it's another Dunsparce in the back. Like, okay. So get off close combat. This will one shot. Getting the Night Slash for what's left of the Quagsire, which is not much. And we'll take that out there. Gligar. Holy smokes. Your opponents are bringing out every old school Pokemon here. We've seen Glygars. We've seen Soul Rocks. They eventually get into Quagsire here. Oof. Diggersby is not a good answer for Quagsire. But again, we've seen this, and we saw that the non-shadow was already borderline going to take 3. So non-shadow is definitely going to take 3 to take you out. And the lowering of the attack. So that's huge. Is that matchup this bad for Quagsire? Like, No, they get to move here, and I guess they'll just outpace on like the third and fourth time around here. So needing to shield. But if they want to, they could shield and get another move off and take you out. But they're just gonna let this go. Sniping the brine here on the yeah, this is tough because Diggle probably take you out, if not put you within a couple HP. Pangoro's yeah, you're lucky you're using Fury Cutter, which is resisted on the poison, so that you'll get to another move here, which is like huge. And they throw with 1 HP. Oh my goodness. A gift. So you go, what do you do? 2 fire punches? Or I guess you have to, wait, because even 1 Night Slash is not going to take out here. My only concern is this isn't going to take it out. You're going to have to instant shield anyways. You'll outpace here. Opting to catch and sort of sacrifice the energy on this Pokemon. They try to undercharge, which is weird, and then you even get it off when you probably could have farmed down. What is happening here? Magcargo, do get to Scorching Sands. This will double super effective, so probably take out. No, 1 HP. And you do not need 1 HP when you have a close combat loaded, because this would have one-shot for sure. Out we go. So I definitely paused a lot in this video. I don't know. There's a few things that are just like obvious need to work on. Some of the timing was just like really off. What's really throwing me is like the fact that you had 3 charge moves and you went down with all 3 of them. And I can't tell whether it's just because like you didn't think you had the charge moves, or you don't know when like the damage registration is happening on the fast moves on their end. Because I've explained this a couple times before. Even if it's a 4-turn move, it's a 5-turn move, it doesn't register on the 4 and 5. It registers before, right? And plus it takes 1 turn for you to throw your charge move. So if you have, let's just give an example. If you're against a 4-turn move, and you have a 2-turn move, going 1 2-turn move and and then throwing your charge move, you'll be able to do that. 2 + 1 is 3. It'll register before like the 3-ish. But if you have a 3-turn move and they have a 4-turn move, you can't throw your 3-turn move and then throw your charge move to make it 4, because their damage will register on the 4-turn move before you're allowed to do that. So if you're 1 fast move away from being taken out, and you're a 3-turn move and they're a 4-turn move, you need to throw it before you can't throw a fast move. You have to just throw the charge move, or else the damage is going to register and take you out. And so yeah, there's a few times that you just didn't know how much the damage was going to come at you with these charge moves, or you tried to like fast move time and just didn't know the damage registration. I don't know what it was, but there was a couple of them like just you went down like multiple close combats in a sludge wave, which is like really tough. And again, you got by with it in the 2200 range because your opponents made a bunch of mistakes themselves. I don't think you can get by with that in like much higher range. It's going to cost you a lot more matchups. So yeah, just be aware of that. Anyways, hope everyone is having a good weekend. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.